good afternoon, everybody. We got a code red here on the B26 Kubota. It only works efficiently in reverse. It doesn't work efficiently in forward, only in reverse. Why? Because there's a viewer out there with eagle eyes on something that I didn't see, and I got a good chuckle out of it, and I thought it was pretty good. But he had me running. I ran from the house out here, and I looked at this B26, and you know what he told me? Your tires are on backwards. And I went, no shit. And I thought, I didn't know if this guy was just yanking my chain, and I was about to go into town. So I had the Nissan truck all warmed up, and I ran right over here to the shop, and I go, well, I'll be goddamned. The tires on this B26 are on backwards, and they really are on backwards because I went to the internet and thought, who would put tires on backwards? And they've probably been on backwards right from the dealership or when they loaded them, but they shouldn't have to take these tires off when they load them. So I'm going to say these tires were put on backwards right on the dealer prep, right from the dealer. And you know what? Nobody has ever noticed right from the dealership. The first owner, the second guy who didn't even use it, and me. So Angry Overlanding is the name of this viewer who just watched this video on this B26, and I thank you. I just thought it was interesting, and I just like it when somebody catches something like that I don't. This guy's got eagle eyes, and he's seen it right away. So thanks a lot, Angry Overlanding, and I am going to, right now, we're going to lift this thing up with these outriggers, and we're going to rectify this affair that we got going on in this B26, and we're just going to pull them off from side to side, switch them around. Your tread pattern will work out and they'll go on. They are loaded, they're a little bit heavier, but these are not huge tractors, so there should be no issue switching these around. But I just thought it was kind of neat that this guy picked up on this, boom, and he's seen it. And I've been working on the tractor, detailing it, well, for 3 days now or whatever. I've been fooling around and it just didn't even click on me. One day, maybe sitting down having a coffee, I might look, but that's not the point. I didn't see it, and it was just funny. Okay, so let's get at it. And if you look at the way these tires are set up now, because I looked at it, and I'm thinking, well, if these tires are like this right now, when you were running through mud, you know what it would do? The way the tread pattern is, I just looked at it and thought about it. It would channel mud to the center of the tire. The wedge right now is like this. So as you're pulling the mud would channel up and it would build up in the center of the tire. If they're reversed the other way, the mud channels from the center and it spews it out like that. And that's why they're on backwards. They can't go the other way. So I just looked at it and I just thought about that. And okay, let's get at her. I'm going to get the old Milwaukee. And the beauty of this is we're going to use these stabilizing outriggers, lift it up, and we're going to switch these tires around. Now the big question is, can I handle the weight of these loaded tires? We're going to find out. We'll see how difficult this task is. I can guarantee you these tires have never been off this, ever. Why would they be? But I can tell you what it's going to allow me to do pulling these tires off on a more serious note. I'm going to lubricate the back of these rims. I'm going to take that fluid film and I'm going to do the back of these rims while I've got the tires off. Because I'm usually trying to spray the back of the rims with the tires on a tractor and rubbing it around with a rag, but now that is one tight son of a gun. This is probably not going to work. Uh-oh. Fuck those threads up. All right, so there's the back of the tire. She's got some shit on the back. I just want to chase that thread a little bit. Okay, we're going to clean this up a little bit. And I'm going to do this on both sides simply because it's perfect. I got the tire off, I can see everything. I can see that old road salt in here from when I took delivery of the tractor. So, I'm going to just clean that up a little bit. Because let's face it, with that tire on there, it's very hard to get in here and keep this area clean. Okay, I just wanted to give that a good wipe, but I'm not done yet. Right there, fluid film. Let's face it, you're not going to go back in here and wipe all this down later on. And this is where you're going to accumulate all. That's just me. And again, when I make a video, I'm not pushing what I do onto you guys. I just make suggestions. That's what I do. We're going to do this back of this tire. I guess it's kind of a good thing that the tires were on backwards. All right, that one's done. All right, so I got this tire off here on this side, and you can see nice and clearly, there's your high stat filter, and it's got the same hours on it as the engine oil. So that high stat filter has been changed. This has been serviced at the 54-hour mark. Same filter as the engine oil. So that's nice to see when you get it apart. Now I'm going to wipe this side down right here on this entry side where I get on the tractor, and then we'll put that back on. I just wonder how much of a struggle I'm going to have putting a loaded tire on here. I'm sure there's guys out there that can switch a loaded tire in no time. But to tell you the truth, the only time I've ever taken a loaded tire off, I used the excavator or track loader, and I loaded it into the back of a truck. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to try and bring the tire to the tractor, and if that don't work, I'm going to have to bring the tractor to the tire and bring it down a little bit. Let's just see how heavy these things are. I got a tire spoon here. I have no idea. But I can tell you, they ain't feeling very light. We're going to try it this way. That prick's heavy. All right, let's see where we go here. Jesus. All right, you can see I got these two lined up, still on a bit of an angle. Let me tell you, these bastards are heavy. For a little tire, these things are heavy. And I put a little bit of fluid film on those threads too. The dispute will go on forever whether you put anti-seize or any lubricant on tire studs. Some guys say yeah, some guys say no. I've done it my whole life. because I've never had a tire come off, I can tell you that, ever. I haven't put too many tires on backwards either. Not that I can remember. Okay, that tire's on there. I'll get that other tire on there. And then I'll look up what torque specs they want in these tires. But anyway, you can now see that that tire is on there correctly. And as it's spinning in the mud, it's going to push all the mud out the sides instead of gathering it to the center. Beautiful. We got the tires in the correct orientation now, thanks to the eagle eye of a viewer out there, and we're all good to go. And it allowed me to clean inside those rims, inside that frame, so it wasn't just a whole bunch of work for nothing. Mind you now, I am sweating a little bit. These tires are not light. I can only imagine real tractor tires. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, you guys. And thanks for paying extra special attention to the details of my video. I appreciate that. All right, thanks.